Let intention drive you. Stay humble. Love what you do. Greetings. I am I am so happy to have you here today. It's a Friday. Every Friday, just know that you and I have a date. I'm sure you're wondering, what am I going to talk about today? When you pray, move your feet. So this is an African proverb that basically means when you pray, do something about it. So I also just want to emphasize the fact that faith without work is dead. As the scripture has stated, that faith without works is dead. I feel like it's really important to understand that you can't just say, I want that, and just end it there. Or perhaps pray for it and just end it there. You must do something about it. You definitely have to. So there are two things that we're going to go through today that I feel like you need to do. And these are in the form of questions. I always ask questions. I don't know why. But I always ask questions. The first question is, what are you saying to yourself? Fine, after praying or after pursuing, after whatever, like afterwards, while in the waiting period, what do you say to yourself? It's very important that when you are seeking out new opportunities, when you're seeking out growth opportunities, even if it's you wanting to buy a car, when you want something tangible after something intangible, or whatever it is very important to understand that what you say to yourself makes a big difference, and it will shape your mindset, and it will also like show you a different perspective, whatever perspective that you want, to get out there. And it's also important to realize that there are situations that you have control over, and there are situations you don't have control over. If you want to buy a car, you have control over that situation. Fine, to a certain extent, but it is important to understand that with situations you have control over, definitely there's so much more that you can say to yourself in those situations. Push yourself, say positive things, tell yourself that we're gonna get it, and just speak words of faith. And in situations whereby you don't have much control over that situation, for example, like applying for a job, applying for a scholarship, applying for whatever, I don't know what else people apply for these days. What you can say to yourself is, fine, speak the words of faith, definitely do, and speak them with belief. But it is also very important to understand that that opportunity might not be for you. In that regard as well, tell yourself that if this is mine, I fully embrace it. But if this is not mine, I know that God will open new doors. God will open better doors for me. It is very important to understand that, and to be realistic as well, that anything can happen. There are situations we truly have control over, and there are situations that we do not have control over. So that's like the first thing. What are you saying? Speak words of faith. Oh my goodness, even if it means you have mantras, you have affirmations, whatever that will work for you. Because what happens is that whatever you say will be planted in your subconscious, and your subconscious doesn't sleep. Whilst your conscious is asleep, your subconscious is working overtime. So this will be sort of like rotate. What is it called? It will loop. It will loop in your head because of what you say. And also during like those times, don't share Like when you're seeking for something, don't share it with too mmany people. Like share it with a number of people who also speak faith into the situation, who also speak faith and give you confidence. So that's like the first thing. What are you saying about it? What are you saying? And then the second thing is, what are you doing about it? Like I said, it is very, very important to understand that there are things that you have control over and there are things you do not have control over. However, during the waiting period, you can work on the intangibles. I feel like we base so much on the tangibles. We base so much on the what qualification do you have, what fine, that is very important. It's very important and it shouldn't be downplayed. What do you have a driver's license? Do you have all of those things? You work on those things as well, like work on the tangible stuff, but work on the intangibles as well. Your attitude. I know people who have been given opportunities but just had a stinking attitude. You know, even when you do not know what you're doing, but if you have the willingness to learn and you're open-minded about it, trust me, you are going to, your attitude can take you places. Your attitude can close doors or open doors for you. And I feel like we do not focus much on the attitude, but work on your attitude, work on your work ethic, work on your discipline, work on your punctuality. Like while waiting, work on those little things that will make a difference. Work on those little things that will make you a star, you know, because it's the little things that really, really count. So like those little things make a huge difference. So make sure that you work on the intangibles. Research more about your job, learn more about your job, work on those things, because it will all make a greater difference while in the waiting period. And I just want to say, be patient. Some things are not meant to be ours during that time, because like if it so happens that you didn't get what you wanted, everything happens for, I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason, and certain things come to you only when you are ready, you know. So that's why it's very important to put yourself in the best position to be ready. It is very important to work on like yourself, even if it's you're waiting for a relationship, a marriage, a friendship, whatever it is that you're waiting for, like you're waiting for the perfect thing. It is very important that whatever it is that you're praying for and you're waiting for, it is very important that you work on yourself. It is very important that you also look in the mirror and be like, hey, where can I work on myself? What can I work on? And just be able to know what you bring to the table. What value do you bring to the table? So I just want to emphasize that when you pray, move your feet. As you're waiting, as you're praying for whatever that you're praying for, what are you saying to yourself? What are you doing, you know? And don't take anything for granted. The little things matter the most, trust me. So just make sure that you say positive things, and in faith, in great faith, because faith can move mountains. Believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, you know. Yeah, that's just it for me today. Wishing you all a great weekend. May all families that are going through the most be comforted. May everyone that had a bad week, had a terrible week, rest and make sure that they bring their A game next week. This is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Please. Happy Friday.